Oh! The other day I noticed this broken window pane on my grandfather's house. And if you know me, you know I can't ignore something that's broken. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to replace an old window pane. Now, old window frames are usually held in with either wood trim that's nailed or glazing. In this case, it's glazing. However, the glazing is pretty much gone. So I'm gonna pull this entire window frame out, remove all the glass, and clean it up. All right, so I got the window frame out. I'm gonna start off by removing all of the tape, obviously. That was easy. And then I'm gonna take this scraper and I'm gonna get all the glazing out that I possibly can without damaging the wood too much. The scraper wasn't a very effective method, so I got a chisel and a hammer. Now, I just finished removing most of the old crusty glazing. As you can see, there's still some left in there, but that's okay. The new stuff will go right over it. Now, these little metal Doritos, they used those back in the day to hold the window panes in. I don't want to risk breaking these by removing those, so I'm going to leave these two panes in there, and I'm just going to make a new window pane for this one. Now, fortunately, I'm a hoarder, so I have glass that I can go grab and salvage a piece. If you do not have a pile of glass somewhere, you can go to your local hardware store, give them the measurements, and they'll cut you a piece. All right, so I got my recycled pane of glass. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure the hole. We got 8 1/8, 10 1/8, which is good because generally you want to cut off 1/8 of an inch extra, so that it's a nice loose fit. You don't want it to be too tight because when you put it in, it could crack it. So I'm gonna mark this out and then we're gonna cut it. So we're gonna mark this at 8 inches by, actually, we're gonna do this way, 10 inches by 8 inches. So the glass cutter is just a little wheel, looks like a little pizza cutter. It's got a little bit of an angle on it. It's honed with a point so that when you ride it on the glass, it fractures the glass and then you can just break it. So I'm going to break this glass at 10 inches, and I want to keep in mind that the wheel is not right on the center, so you gotta line it up right. Just like that. You just, oh. When you hear that noise, that's when you know you're doing it right. And when you get to the end, you just let off easy. And then it's as easy as taking it right on the edge of a table, put your hand here and just breaks right off. And there we have one window pane. Now that we got our window pane in, we're gonna go ahead and replace these little metal diamonds. I accidentally lost a couple of them, but that's okay, we can just make new ones. You gotta be careful doing this, you don't wanna break the glass. That's in there. So I'm going to take this razor blade and I'm just going to break a piece off of it. There you go, got a wedge. And all this does is hold the glass in place while it gives the silicone time to dry. All right, now that should be enough to hold the glass in place while we clean up the frame for new paint. Alright, so I just finished sanding it, and we're going to take this window glazing. So you got to get the putty, you got to roll it in your hands, get it nice and warm, and then you just stick it in here. You know, you can roll it out like a snake if you'd like. You just got to get it all in the crack. And you take your putty knife and you push it in the crack. And then you take the putty knife again and you just nice and slow you gotta get those corners nice. That. You can go back over it again. Try and make it as nice as you'd like, but sometimes it's impossible. It's got a nice rust color to it because of this putty knife though. Yeah. I'm at a weird angle here too because the camera's in the way. So I'm trying to use two hands to make it work. It's like Play-Doh. And apparently it takes 2 weeks to dry. So if you gotta mess up, there's plenty of time to fix it. I'd say that's good enough for a basement window. One last thing. Okay. Well, there you go. That's how you replace a window pane. Now we're going to clean all the putty off of my camera. If you guys liked this how-to type video, let me know. I can make more. I'm always fixing stuff. So, yeah, let me know.